All right, Sunday with Ola 257. It's gonna be a longer song, man. Hope you're okay with that. I'm super stoked though, so let's go. Here comes the easy part. Beautiful, beautiful songwriting, beautiful, beautiful songwriting, beautiful. Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to Sunday with Ola 257. Dude, are there still anyone left out there watching this video? That was too long of an intro right there. That's okay, because this guitar right here just wrote me this little song. This is the new A1.61 Assassin right there. And take a look at that, my friends. Isn't that a deadly look right there? I mean, we've had the Assassin before, but now it's here with the Evertune and a Fishman Fluence pickup. A single Fishman Fluence pickup right there. Hell yeah, take a look at that. One for the thumbnail. With that, we're obviously also introducing an insane 7-string. Huh? It makes sense, right? 6, 7, let's go. Let's hold hands or something. Also, yesterday was my birthday. Can you believe that? 25 years old. Holy shit, man, time flies. With the math of me having had my YouTube channel since 2012, that means that I was 13 years old when I started my YouTube channel. And here we are today. I'm 25. How about that? Hunden? Vill du komma in? I think I heard you out there before. Let's open a little bit. Ja, men där är du! Hej! Anyways, thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. That really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Let's head into the news. Chuck Billy recalls Dave Mustaine freaking out when Judas Priest helped Testament use their full gear. What is this? Oh my goodness, before I start reading this, I need one sip of your shittest ass coffee from OlaEnglundShop.com. How about that? On a recent episode of the David Ellefson Show, Testament frontman Chuck Billy revisited memories of his band's first US arena tour in 1990. Trek was a milestone, pairing Judas Priest as headliner, Megadeth as main support, and Testament as openers. But according to Billy, the experience wasn't without its early tensions. Well, I remember we flew in from doing a big tour in Europe, and I guess the biggest memory is the band you played in. Laughs. No offense, Dave, but the other Dave. Okay, he's talking to Dave Ellefson. He conducted the interview, okay? We had ordered a brand new Volker drum riser built on a riser for the tour. All these cabinets showed up, backdrops, and I don't know if you remember, but Dave Mustaine pulled them from us all on the start of that tour. He'd seen it, he said, we couldn't use all of that, so we couldn't use our riser, backdrops, and stuff, Billy recounted. Billy went on to explain that his bandmates urged him to speak up, and my band nudged me on because every day Keiki Downing or Glenn Tipton would come in and say like, hey guys, you good? You need anything? But then one day Chuck Billy went to singer Rob Halford, so I went in there and I told Rob what was going on that day, and he was like, what? That is ending today. And he went into production and said, Testament gets everything up there, get their drums up there, get their backdrops, get everything up there. And when we went on that night, I know Dave Mustaine was side staged by the monitors and his arms were crossed. And he was just having a fit that we were having everything again. And it's crazy, but that was the biggest start of that tour for us. God damn it, man. I think the problem here was that Testament had a full-blown production, and maybe that overshadowed Megadeth a little bit. That was the main support for Judas Priest. And maybe that rubbed Dave in the wrong way. Who knows, man? This was back in the day when rock and roll was more rock and roll than it is today. Today, everyone's like, don't step on anyone else's toes, please. That will hurt his toes. Because people are so sensitive nowadays. Especially people that told people that are woke. They're especially sensitive nowadays, now that woke is dead. Maybe skip out of that part, Dimitri. But let's take a sip of that coffee cup from your shit ass to show how much I care. Holy shit. Anyways, I thought it was a cool story to share with you guys. I love Testament, I love Megadeth, I love Judas Priest. I mean, what a tour, man. Judas Priest, Megadeth, Testament. Oh my god. Watain to call it quits after release of 8th studio album. Swedish black metals Watain have announced their upcoming 8th studio album will be their final collection of new material. We hereby announce that 3 years' time, upon our 30th anniversary, Watain's 8th and final full-length album will be released. The album will make the closure of a 30-year-long magical work, last crossroad of Watain, after which the band will cease to exist. Over the course of the next 3 years, the reasons for this will be spoken of and accounted for, but for now, we just want to say this. Have our songs and our art not always dealt with finitude and mortality, with death and beyond? I had no idea. Take this message not as a farewell, but as the first note of a sacrificial requiem, as well as your invitation to partake in shaping these last years into something beyond compare. I kind of like this though. They're taking ownership of their exit of the band. And maybe they got inspired a little bit by Ozzy Osbourne. But with saying all of this, obviously this is going to be the last time you have a chance to catch Watain playing live. So with this sentiment right here that they're letting everyone know about this, more people will probably come out to the shows. At least that's what I think. I think it's cool that, let's just quit it. Whatever reasons, maybe there's drama behind it all. Who knows? But anyways, sucks for Watain fans, and I'll probably have to go check out their next show in Stockholm. Alright, I thought this was interesting. Dark Angel released a new album the other week, I think. And if you try to find it online, it's actually not on any streaming services. They released the album digitally through reverserecords.com the 5th of September, and we've been trying to get everybody to get our version of it before we ever send it to a streaming service or anything like that, just because Spotify doesn't sound good. At the moment, it's available directly through us only. So you got to go to reverserecords.com to grab it. The reason why I want to bring it up is that I see and hear a little bit of a rumble in the underground scene that more bands are actually not sending their stuff to digital platforms like Spotify, for instance. You know, to kind of protest the streaming services a little bit, that the terms are getting worse for the artists and all that. With doing this, they're taking ownership of their files, and basically, I guess they're selling their stuff on reverserecords.com. And I saw a lot of other bands are doing this as well on, is it Bandcamp? Is it Bandcamp or is it the band? It's Bandcamp, where they sell their stuff digitally instead. And is this a new trend? Like a backwards underground trend that more bands will not put out their music on streaming platforms? I thought it was interesting, at least. I mean, should more bands do this? It will definitely hurt. Everything needs to be available today. And a lot of people sit there with Spotify and Apple Music, and it's just easy to access all this music. At the same time, you're removing the worth of the music by having everything available like that. With this, you have to take a decision to actually download the album, and maybe because of that, you also, you know, more likely will listen to the full album. So I kind of half support this. Let's bring it all back to releasing CDs and stuff. That's, dude, I'm all for that. Physical media again. Well, maybe you can buy physical media and you get the digital download for free. Huh? How about that? New idea. It's not really new, just saying. It seems that Gibson Guitars have been working together with Phil X of John Bon Jovi Johnson, and it seems they've been working on a signature SG. We'll put in a 57 gold top neck profile on it, and it sounds like it will be an SG like no other. Okay, I just want to see where it is. Here he is. Dude, Phil X, always a smile on his face, man. That's what I like about that guy. You know, he just spreads the happiness. All right, he's sitting right there with a SG. Okay, he's just playing the flipping out intro. And that seems to be the third prototype for now. Look at that smile. Hell yeah. This video is going to get demonetized. Anyway, so that's something to look forward to. Phil X has a signature SG coming up. Oh shit, it's probably gonna be expensive. All right, I wanted to cover this because I saw the video for Extreme. They dropped a new video called, what was it called again? Oh, I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at being, you know, a guy that reads the news. That's just not my thing. I should read up on this. Extreme. I saw this the other day. I actually live streamed the other day. Holy shit. What? Dude. Is it because I'm getting older or something? X Out is the song. And dude, I was watching this and I thoroughly enjoyed this song right here. It's fucking amazing. You know, it's a little bit low, you know, low key, chill and all, but I really enjoyed this single. Nuno has this Keytar on here that's extremely cool, and I figured, you know, I want to read up on this. But I'm gonna stop the video right there because I don't want to get demonetized. Guitar was crafted by Washburn master builder Chris Maid and was spotted in an Extreme music video earlier this month. The worlds of post-apocalyptic Desert Carnage and Jesus' betrayal portrayed in the rock opera format might be conflicting. It combines a guitar with a keyboard. This is a real Keytar, not the bullshit keyboard display that is a guitar, dude. Nice shade on the keyboard players, man. Okay, basically he just wanted to have a Keytar that he could both play real guitar and then... All right, another YouTuber guitar brand. All right, let's try that again. A new YouTuber guitar brand. What? Why am I saying brand? What? Samurai guitarist, YouTuber extraordinaire has released a statement about him making his own brand called Onatera Guitars. Samurai Guitars is one of YouTube's most prolific and influential personalities at the time of writing, boasts 1.18 million subscribers on the platform. Holy shit, like so many guitars. Let's just watch the video a little bit.
Guitar from my brand new guitar company, Otera. There's only 100 of them available. They're ready to ship and you can buy them.
Oh, hell yeah. So I think it's cool that Steve is doing this. I remember back at, was it last time I was at NAMM or just before? One of the years at NAMM, I actually met Steve and Rhett Schull. Steve actually asked me a little bit about SWOLA guitars. And now, here we are today, he launched his own brand, and I think that's really cool. I definitely think this is something that we're gonna see more of. I called it several years ago, where, you know, we're gonna see more brands closer to the artists that people can support direct instead of going through another brand. And Steve here was looking for a signature guitar. No one would want to make what he was doing, so he made the brand himself. And that was you know, not exactly how I formed SWOLA guitars, but when I went to Washburn in the first place, you know, I had my design, you know, the Type A. Can't show it because it's here. Back in like 2011, I had this shape, the Type A guitar with me, and I brought it to Ibanez, I brought it to ESP, and when I had the meetings with Ibanez and ESP, bringing them this guitar, said like, this is what I want to do for a guitar. I kind of knew that they would never do it, but I still had a meeting. It's, you know, it's still good to have meetings with people. But with Washburn, they were like, hell yeah, let's make your design. And that's when we did the Washburn Solar. And then eventually I headed out of Washburn Solar and started my own brand and brought with me my designs. And it basically just have full control over everything. And that's what Steve is doing right here. No one wanted to do his guitar, so he did it himself. Hell yeah, that's how you do things. And it appears now that they're all sold out. They sold out, hell yeah. So 100 guitars. Anyways, I thought it was cool to see another YouTuber brand guitar out there. Good luck to Steve. I think it's gonna be a success. Well done. Alright, time to demonetize this video. We have some new music coming from Paradise Lost, everyone. They released this new video for Yes, upon the word. Lay a ref upon the world. And when is their new album coming out? Ascension is out September 19th, so it's already out at the time of recording this. So I think Paradise Lost are cool. I love Paradise Lost. If I want to feel depressed for a while, it's just amazing music to listen to. No, but you know, I thoroughly enjoy Paradise Lost. New album Ascension. I'm gonna put it on my my playlist. I'm gonna check it out. Also, another band I haven't heard from in a while, but Rage has released a new single. I checked this song out on my live stream earlier this week, and I was like, dude, Rage? Fuck yeah, man. They have an album coming out September 26th, so this past Friday, you can check out the new Rage album right now. Holy shit. And also, last but not least, the incredible band Wolfheart released an EP this past week as well. And, you know, Wolfheart, they're amazing. I remember that I, for the longest time, thought that Wolfheart was a power metal band just by hearing the name. But dude, I'm so stupid. And eventually when I did check out the band, you know, I was not disappointed. They're fucking brutal as hell. I think they're from Finland, actually. The new song, Forefathers, you can watch it on YouTube. New EP, Draconian Darkness 2, was released September 19th. Hell yeah. What's up, everyone? It's Ola Englund nach Hause, die Guitar Summit in Mannheim, Germany, die Katze. Holy shit. No, but before I start the Sunday with Ola news today, I just wanted to make a little comment about the fact that, you know, if you've been watching my past Sunday with Olas, you know that I've kind of been excited about the idea that Brandon Ellis might join the band Nevermore and their reunion now. And, you know, Jeff and Brandon made a video together, and I was stoked. I thought that was, you know, basically confirming that Brandon Ellis was the new guitar player for Nevermore. However, I did receive a text from Jeff the other day after last week's episode saying that Brandon is not the guy, but Brandon is also getting bombarded now because of the likes of me that, you know, pushed this assumed, you know, position that Brandon was the new guitar player for Nevermore. So Brandon has been getting bombarded by people, and by not being the new guitar player for Nevermore, obviously that's pretty fucking annoying. And I just wanted to, you know, take back this conversation into being like, okay, Brandon is not in Nevermore. Brandon's gonna have other things to do. Okay, so just so you guys know, Brandon Ellis is not the guitar player for Nevermore, so we can just put the nail in the coffin for that one, even though, you know, I was kind of dreaming that he would be the guy. But also, I don't like that I have too much power sometimes, because he did not deserve to get bombarded by people. So please, be nice to guitar players out there. Don't bombard people. Okay, thank you. Back to the news. And that, my friends, was the news. Alright, so I've been really trying to figure out what to do for Adventures with Ola on this Sunday. And coffee first. Because I actually don't have much time this week, as I'm going away to the Guitar Summit in Mannheim, Germany. Guitar Summit is a music exhibition, or like, it's actually a guitar exhibition, I would say. It's way more niched towards guitarists and guitar players, which makes it very different from NAMM, for instance, which is supposedly the business side of the music industry, while, you know, Guitar Summit is for the audience, which I think is pretty fucking good. The show is made by people that are interested in guitar playing, enthusiasts basically, and pulling out a show, bringing out cool brands and shit. And I get to go there as Ola Englund, the YouTuber, and together with, I guess, a bunch of other YouTubers as well, go there and vlog with our cameras. Oh. Like fucking circus freaks. No, but I actually also really enjoy going there just because, you know, I am interested in guitar related stuff. If you follow my channel, you have an understanding. I have a thing for guitar gear. I love guitars, I love gear. Why wouldn't I want to go to the Guitar Summit? So as I'm traveling tomorrow to Mannheim, Germany, I figured I would... And the thing about me traveling for a vlog like this, where I don't need any guitar gear, I don't need to bring anything, I really like to travel as light as I can. You know, as I had the, you know, my back problems 2 years ago that I had surgery for. My whole life has been about, you know, trying to make everything as light as possible for my back, and that includes my backpack that I bring with me. So I figured for this Sunday with Ola that I would show you what's in my backpack when I go to a show like this, in terms of like, okay, what cameras do I need to bring and what accessories and shit like that. And as we're being joined by the Queen herself, I figured we could help out a little bit. Okay, she's gonna help me right now. So let's move all these things. That camera turned into a Pix camera. But first of all, I'll start to show you my backpack. This is a Samsonite. It's a backpack. It can handle a little bit of water, so I think it's a little bit resistant to rain. But it's just a fucking backpack, man. You know, anything works. And that's where I keep my passport. I have my wallet, some keys, and basically... But other than that, right now, this backpack is empty, and I'm filling it up with all this stuff that Pix is claiming right now. In terms of cameras, the good thing about being in 2025 is that cameras have become a lot smaller. Usually, like if I would go to NAMM, for instance, I would bring a GoPro, but the quality would suck. So I would bring a bigger camera, one of my main cameras that I use when I'm filming at the studio, for instance. But now, technology is really going forward. And the vlogging camera I'm bringing right now is the DJI Pocket Osmo 3. And I've had this one for a couple of years now. And it's really freaking insane of a camera, I would say. But the cool thing is that it has this gimbal-like feature on the thing itself. It follows you around, makes a stable picture, otherwise you're gonna get shaky shots and shit like that. And it has this back screen on it, so you know, and it can follow your face or follow whatever you want. I'm filming on a Osmo Pocket 3 right now, actually, so the camera you know, this picture right here is one of these. And this is an extended battery, so it's actually this small as it is. But I always keep the extra battery on here because it also has a mount on it for stands and shit. This battery stand is always going on it like that. So this is my main camera for vlogging. You know, the quality isn't as good as on my main cameras, but it's close enough. And being this small, it's really become one of those things that I tend to use a lot just because it's small and it's there, you know. So that's the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And then I also bring a 360 camera, and this is the Insta 360 X5 right there. And the 360 camera, I wouldn't say I would be able to use it for everything. This DJI Osmo Pocket 3 I would use for anything, basically. Walking around, talking, interviewing and all that. If I need an extra camera, I bring the 360 camera right there. The cool thing about this is that I can frame my shot afterwards, so it doesn't really matter where you place this. As long as it's placed somewhere, you can kind of frame the shot a little bit as you want, which is cool. So, but it's a lot of extra work, so I tend to not use this that much, just for, you know, extra flavor, I would say. So those are the two cameras I use, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and the Insta 360 X5. Okay, in terms of stands, I actually have this from Ulanzi, which is a stand like this. I can put it on the DJI Osmo Pocket and I walk around like this. And the cool thing about this is that this stand extends and becomes pretty fucking tall. Let me show you. So here's the stand in its smallest position, and you have legs for it, so you can put it on a table or wherever, but it's also a telescopic stand, so it's actually quite capable. It's almost the height of myself. Take a look at that. So, you know, if I want to play guitar, for instance, if I see something I want to try out, I can always take this out on the stand right there, place it, try out the guitar, and be like, hey man. So it's really become easy for me to vlog by myself. I know a lot of other vloggers, they have help with filming shit. I don't like help. I like doing everything myself. Also, it's way cheaper if you do it yourself. But if you have friends, that's great. I don't have any friends, except for pics. And this I can also put on the Insta360 camera. So, you know, I'm trying to be a little bit modular, which is great. Also, another thing I like to bring is this little thing right here. And this is a microphone unit right here. It looks a little techie right here. This middle thing you can extend and put on a bigger camera if you want. But these are the things that are important in this case. So, oh, heavy magnets. So these two units are wireless microphones that I can connect wirelessly to that DJI Osmo Pocket, making it extremely simple to have like a lavalier microphone on you without any cables, without any hassle. It just very simply connects to the camera, and it's just so easy, so smart, and you get excellent audio quality as well. And when you put it back in its case like this, they charge, and I've never had a problem with them you know, running out of battery or anything like that. So, very good product. That was basically the camera equipment right there, and what I use to actually vlog. Also, something I bring is this. This is a small, portable hard drive. It's 1 terabyte. If I need to edit on the fly and I don't have any space on my hard drive, on the computer or the iPad, I just use this. I bought it in Tokyo. Hell yeah. Every time I'm out traveling, I'm always bringing a computer, a laptop, something like that to edit on and, you know, do my work and answer emails, and I think mainly to video edit. But I just recently got an iPad and trying to, you know, kind of try to get used to using the iPad more, you know? The iPad nowadays, and I mean, this goes for any tablet basically, but the iPad nowadays is very capable to handle a lot of the stuff that that I need for a computer. This time it's actually going to be a test. I'm not going to bring a computer at all. I'm going to just bring this iPad. And as you can see, I have the iPad keyboard as well. You know, you can basically do anything on the iPad. And I also have a remote desktop situation, so I can connect to my computer at home, my studio computer there, using a remote desktop, and I can basically use my computer at home through this thing. Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing if there's anything I'm missing from using this compared to using a MacBook that I take with me on the travel. And also, obviously, the iPad is an excellent screen for like videos and movies if you're watching movies while traveling and shit. But you also have a bunch of games on it, so I also bring this. This is a PlayStation controller, so I can play my games on it. And right now, I loaded up a bunch of games. I have Prince of Persia. And what else did I have? I have Resident Evil 3. I never played that. There's a lot of time where you just sit around and you're bored. It's great to have a gaming solution. I also have the Switch 2, but I'm not going to bring it for this time. I just finished Silksong, and I feel like, well, if I was dead straight in Silksong, I would bring the Switch 2, but I finished it, so the Switch 2 is kind of big too, man. It's kind of big. The good thing nowadays, sorry Pix, the good thing about 2025 is that we're at the spot where all the units that I have right here all utilize USB-C, so I only need to bring one freaking charger and one freaking cable. Actually, I bring 2 cables. I have one USB-C cable long and then a Thunderbolt cable if I need to transfer files, but I can also use that to charge my shit, basically. So, oh, and also a shorter USB-C cable. I don't know what that's for. Maybe for transferring files in between units. As you're watching this, I'm back home again, by the way, and you'll have to wait for a vlog from the Guitar Summit. I'll probably put it up this coming week, tomorrow maybe, who knows. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show. I know, right? Pretty non-exciting stuff, but maybe some people were interested. And you got a little bit of pics as well, because she's here and she just wanted to be a part of it all. You know what You know what she wants? She just wants attention. She always wants to be in your face and as close as possible. Right? Eller hur? So yeah, that's Adventures with Ola for you right there. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let's go ahead back to Ola. All right, Ola's tip of the week. I just want to give you guys a tip. We're not going to check out guitars today. We're going to check out drums. What? The reason I want to check out drums today is because Dirk Verburen's Megadeth touring set is up for sale on Reverb. And it's actually not that expensive. So let's take a look at this. Station Music in Jettingen, Scheppach, Germany is selling a Tama Star Classic Maple Dirk Verburen double bass tour set. And it's only listed for 6,600 euros. And you know, a Star Classic kit is a pretty expensive drum kit. So what's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it. Look at that. Yes. It's signed by Dirk on both kick drums. If you switch them around, it will say Def Mega. Is there a band called Def Mega? There should be a great cover band called Def Mega, if anything. Well, now when you know Megadeth is doing their last album, Def Mega, Megadeth cover band. Anyways, I thought it was cool, and then I started watching guitars, and I saw a bunch of them, and I'm like, oh. There's so many cool guitars out there. One thing that I did see and that I reflected on was these Ibanez DNA gems that were released. I remember when they were released, man. Was it like mid-end 90s or something? And they're up for like 30,000 euros, 20,000 euros. Holy fuck, man. Dude, I could have gotten one of these. They were sort of half expensive back then as well. But dude, 30 grand. That's a lot of money. Do people have money for this? I don't think so. Anyways, guys, that's it for Sunday with Ola 257 for you right there. I hope you enjoyed this little moment we had together. Right now on olaenglundshop.com, we're running a tab bundle sale. So we sell all the tab books that we have available, physical tab books. It's up for sale in a bundle for a great price on olaenglundshop.com. You can also buy merch. And hell yeah, man! I hope you have a great Sunday. And also remember that life is short. Go hug your parents and your loved ones. Show them that you care, okay? You never know what's going to happen tomorrow, okay? All right. I love you guys. See ya.